Hey guys, this is BiXX. Welcome to Mentoring Monday. The timing of today's topic is particularly important to me. I've mentioned before that when I do these topics, I do them to help myself as well as help others. When you teach a topic, you learn it at a much different level. So do you have people in your life that when you have to deal with them, for whatever reason, you just don't like them? Maybe it's a personality conflict. Maybe they're just not a nice person. Or maybe they have their own problems to deal with in their life. They may have lost perspective on what's important in life. And these problems have manifested into different negative types of behaviors. And since as humans that we need to rationalize to create balance within ourselves, this negative behavior can become, even unethical behavior can become their new normal. So we all have these kinds of negative or difficult people in our lives. Unfortunately, some of these people we just can't get rid of. We're forced to deal with them. So I want to give you a mindset that will help you deal with these kinds of people and literally everyone you deal with in life. An approach that once it becomes a habit, doing this consistently will enrich your life. This mindset is the title of today's topic. Look for the good in people. So think of your mind and your eyes as an X-ray machine. Yeah, it sounds kind of silly, but you have the ability to look into that person's heart and find something good about them. When you do this, even if they've done you wrong, finding that good quality can immediately change your mindset about them. It allows you to think more positively and objectively rather than emotionally going forward when dealing with them. Naturally, there's some people in your life you want to avoid. If you look for the good and you just can't find anything, then you want to avoid them. At the very least, distance yourself from them. So you might ask, how does looking for the good in people benefit me? How do I do this? It's not as hard as you think. So look for something in that person they might be passionate about, something that makes them happy, something in which they have a very strong interest, something they do really well, something that when they are talking about it, they're very happy, something they freely talk about and they actually let their guard down. Just about everyone has something good in them and something they do really well. An example, there was a difficult lawyer that I had to deal with in the past. He was a real ball buster. Bad reputation, lots of stories. So I learned that he was a new grandfather. And when he talked about his grandchild, his eyes would light up and he had a big smile on his face. So I found that good quality in him. By showing interest in his family, I found him to be very good and fair to me in business matters. So in a sense, you're looking for that safe zone when people feel safe and confident when talking about these subjects. Thus, they feel safer when talking to you. So I look for the good in people for many reasons. I'll talk specifically about 5. 1, this helps me build trust and confidence with the other person. When I know there's good qualities in them, I try to focus on these strengths when I talk to them. I learn how to bring out their best. I've led and managed many people during my business career. I actually lead a team in my BiXX DJ brand music career. And by knowing these strengths, I can push them harder in these areas. Push them to be better than they ever thought they could be. Push them to reach their true potential. When they're in that positive state of mind, I call it the zone. They feel a lot more motivated and a lot more confident. And also they'll work harder when they know that they can trust you. So you want to get people into this zone. 3, conflict resolution. This is huge, very important. With relationships, there'll eventually be conflict. If for some reason I've hurt or harmed the other person, I know how to get the person back into positive and productive behaviors to mend the relationship. I do apologize for my mistake and I offer to make them whole. I also focus on their strengths and their good qualities while discussing the conflict. This lets them know I acknowledge their value as a person. 4, it's a lot more fun and rewarding to communicate with people in their areas of strengths and the topics that bring out the good in them. They, in turn, usually focus on your strengths. This makes for a far more productive and rewarding two-way relationship. So do you want to hang out with people who pull you down or pull you up? Focusing on their good qualities sets the tone for powerful conversations. It makes me happy to make other people happy, and it makes them happy too, thus laying a foundation for great things to happen. Number 5, you live a happier life when looking for the good in people becomes a habit. So the opposite of this is, how do you feel when you watch the news or read the news? There's a lot of terrible things going on in this world right now, and getting overexposed to this can make us depressed. So do you feel better when you focus on the good in people or people's faults? That's a dead-end street, focusing on people's faults. Personally, I feel so much better when I focus on their good qualities. Try this approach for a couple of weeks and see what it does to your own happiness and the quality of your relationships. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you again in 2 weeks. This is BiXX signing off. And remember, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Cheers.